What's up, legends? Benchmark Bets is back, and today we're diving into the Swans and Hawks matchup, and I've got everything lined up for you. We're talking the prediction on the winner, also the prediction on the total, and of course some juicy player props that I'm really liking in this one. So, I've done the homework, the numbers are lining up, now it's time to cash. Let's lock in, let's get into it, and let's stack these wins. Yeah, baby, I'm back. Let's fucking go. So, let's start with the team news. The Hawks go into this one unchanged. Big talking point here is on the Swan side, with Isaac Heaney and also Errol Goulden both ruled out. So Heaney, in his last matchup, had hamstring tightness, and with a short turnaround here, didn't expect him to play. However, Errol Goulden is out for the next 4 months with a shoulder injury. Not good news for the Swans at all. He's going to be missed. However, I don't think he's going to be impacted as much as what other people think. Now, like I was saying on the paper, this one hurts, but I expect the Swans to win in this one in a nice, close game, especially being at the MCG. There is the hoodoo of the Hawks winning like the last 11 out of 14 or some shit like that, and then only the Swans winning the last 3 out of 11. However, with the way that the Swans are playing, and with the guys like Justin McInerney and also Rowbottom taking a huge leap this year, I can see the Swans winning in this one. But it'll be a very close game, and a game I'm going to be enjoying to watch a lot. So with the total, they have it listed at 186.5. Personally, I like the under here. Even though this game has the MCG, which usually opens things up, I still think the pressure from both sides keeps this from turning into a shootout. These two teams can apply defensive pressure and also can control tempo and not just let the game turn into an end-on-end chaos. Also, if you look at the last 5 matchups between the Swans and the Hawks, it hasn't gone over this total at all. I think the closest one being is in the previous game, but that was at the SCG, where the Hawks won by 20 points and the scoring was 196 to 176. But if you look at games at the MCG, look at this, 118 to 42, and then that's the only one that's been recent, and yeah, that was nowhere near the 186.5. So yeah, I could definitely see this going under, but it's more of a lean than an actual play. Now, the main segment, player props, and I'm liking 2 here. So the first one I'm liking is Nick Blakey for over 22.5 disposals. So in his last 25 games, he has gone over this line in 10 times, which isn't the best, but the context here is everything. So last season, Blakey was used in a much different role compared to what he is used this year. So he was more of I'd say like a shutdown defender and semi ball mover, because they had Matt Roberts, who was still sort of in his early building stages. So he was mainly used as the guy rebounding from 50, but now they've moved Roberts onto a wing role to sort of chop off Lloyd, to get rid of Lloyd in the team. Blakey has pretty much taken over back on that role. So as you can see in these last 2 games, he has gotten 21 disposals and 25 disposals. And they just love the ball in his hands, the way he can like rebound the ball from 50 pretty easily, and his just kicking ability is just elite. So Blakey over 22.5 disposals I'm really liking. Also, with that being said, the matchup wise is pretty neutral, so they do allow the 9th most disposals to defensive ball unit users, which is pretty good. And as you can see from similar players here, players like Redmond, Whitfield, and Worrell in previous games have gone over this line pretty easily, going 26, 27, and 33. And Blakey sort of fits that mold to those 3 guys. So I can especially see him going over 22.5 here pretty easily. And then for the second play, I'm liking Massimo D'Ambrosio for under 16.5 disposals. So he has gone under this line only 12 times in the last 28 games. However, his role has changed a bit compared to last year this year. So last year he was used as more of a rebounding 50 guy. Compared to this year, he is more of playing a wing role now. And I'm expecting this game to be used, the ball's going to be used a lot through the middle, especially being the MCG. So a lot of the midfielders like Newcomb, Connor Nash, and also Ward, all those sort of guys will be using the ball a lot more through the middle, and D'Ambrosio is just going to be running up and down. He's going to get those few disposals here and there, but the Hawks and the Swans are both going to try and move the ball through the middle as much as they can. The matchup is pretty decent here. So the Swans do allow the 8th most disposals to outside midfielders, which isn't the best. But as you can see from defense versus position, they only allow 16.9 disposals on average to outside midfielders. And as you can see from the last 2 games, not really counting the Carlton game because that was more used through the wing, but especially against the Brisbane, the only one that really went over was Ashcroft, but he is used more of a CBA compared to those other 3. So Jared Berry is a perfect example. So he usually racks it up a lot, but for him to only get 12 disposals, I do understand that they did drag Heaney dragged him down into defense, which also impacted a bit, but Revel would usually be that guy that would get those disposals. He only got 13. So I can definitely see D'Ambrosio going under 16.5 here pretty easily. So yeah, D'Ambrosio for under 16.5 is my second and final play. So that's pretty much it. So this is a new segment that I'm doing. I really love AFL, have 23 years experience in it, so definitely want to share my knowledge and experience with you all. If you're loving this sort of content, please smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me a lot. It'll definitely get this video out to more people like you that want to see this sort of type of content. So good luck with your bets. Can't wait for this game. It's going to be smashing. And until next time, stay safe and I'll catch you in the next video. Laters.